My Namaskaram to all. I am K. Srinivasarao, Advocate, Vijayanagaram, Andhra Pradesh. This channel is mine. This YouTube channel is mine, and I use it to make videos on several issues. Today, I took the topic how to save the money of central government in MACT cases. MACT cases means motor accident cases. I am looking after all the public insurance companies like United, Oriental, National, New India, and I think SBI General Insurance, it is also a public sector company, I think. For it also I am standing also. And several insurance companies, private insurance companies. Today, I want to give suggestion to the central government, and I hope that this video will reach to the Central Finance Minister, IRDA Chairman, and Prime Minister of India, because if our economy is good, the country will be good, and the central government will be in a position to rule the country peacefully, financially. Today, I want to give a suggestion to save crores of rupees in MAT cases by public sector insurance companies. If the money is saved with public sector insurance companies, it is a plus point to the central government aspect, especially in financial aspect. While defending cases or while dealing with the cases, there is some difference in between private insurance companies and public insurance companies. We know for private insurance companies, there is an individual owner who looks after the administration of the insurance company, and the aim of the owner is to safeguard the insurance company. But in respect of our central government, that is public insurance companies, there are several departments, and the process of looking after the case is very expensive and not simple. Why I am saying is, in private insurance companies, the process is very simple. The people looking after the affairs are very less in number, whereas in public insurance companies, to do anything, the officers of public insurance companies have no right, and they have to get permission from their higher officials. And in this aspect, I bring to the notice of the central government that the private insurance companies are settling their compromises without contesting the case, through which the private insurance companies are saving crores of rupees. And it is my duty to explain how it is possible to the private insurance companies and why the public insurance companies are burdened with crores of rupees while comparing with private insurance companies. We know, as a panel advocate, my duty is to defend the insurance companies in cases where there are violations. To make understand, now I have to say what is violation. You know, in MACT cases, vehicles are involved, drivers are involved. So the owner is the insured who got insurance policies from the insurance companies to indemnify the liability that may arise to him in accidents, to compensate the third parties, in simple. So here, sometimes the drivers may not have a proper driving license, and there may be overloading. Like that, there are some violations of MV Act provisions and the terms and conditions of the policies. In such cases, the private companies are coming forward and settle the matters for which the petitioners are reducing their demand, and accordingly the private companies have the benefit of some reduction in the compensation while comparing the court decrees and also saving the interest. Like that, the matters of private insurance company cases are not going to high courts, and there are no pending cases of private insurance companies, and accordingly there is no burden of interest to the private insurance companies because they are dealing with the cases amicably with the petitioners, with the victims, with the and accordingly there is no scope for maximum of the private insurance company cases to go to appeal before high courts. But what the public insurance companies are doing, when there is no violation, as I told just now, like driving license violation, overloading, permit violation, like that, in such cases the public insurance companies are not settling the matters and they are instructing us to defend the cases. We know when we defend the case, it may take years together, and finally when the case is ended with judgment, that is, if the court pronounces judgment on merits, certainly the court will grant interest and costs, which in turn burdens the public insurance companies to pay more and more amounts. And moreover, in such cases, while the courts are passing judgments in violation cases, the central government insurance companies like National, United, Oriental, these companies are not complying with the decree, that is not paying the amount that is ordered by the court, but at the same time they are preferring appeals before high courts, which in turn burdens the central government insurance companies heavily to pay amounts in future with interest and costs in the costs incurred to the petitioners in the high court. My humble advice to the central government is, please keep an eye on the proceedings of MACT cases, and till today the hands of the insurance officers of public sector are tied up. They are not able to settle the cases in violation cases, and internally they are feeling something while comparing with the compromises of private insurance companies. And I think this fact is not brought to the knowledge of the IRDA chairman, Central Financial Minister, and also Prime Minister of India. So this may appear as a simple advice, but I feel that it is a big advice and very useful advice to the central government companies. And I know that a case is pending before the apex court regarding the violations filed by the central government, and the central government public sector companies are waiting for that judgment. But I suggest that though the act says that in violation cases the insurance companies are not liable to pay, but generally since long years all the higher courts are granting compensation in defense cases, like that is in violation cases, and in some cases some courts are granting pay and recovery order. It means first the company has to pay the compensation awarded amount, and then it has to recover the same amount from the insured, that is the owner of the vehicle. But it is not possible to recover the amount if the insurance company pays first from the owner of the vehicle, because the procedure is very vast to recover the paid compensation, because the owner may have no properties, and if he has properties he may not have recorded properties, and if he has properties and it may be owned by several of his family members, like that it is a big task to recover insurance amount that is paid by the insurance companies, and to then recover from the owner of the vehicle in defense cases. So I am concluding my video in short, and I hereby request the central government to look after this matter as seriously, and we have National Lok Adalat in the coming February month, and if the central government consider my opinion and instruct all the public sector insurance companies to settle the cases in defense cases also, definitely the central government will have the benefit of saving of crores of